So it is the morning here in the UK, and that always makes me remember there are only two kind of mornings. The first one is, oh, every day I open two gifts, my eyes, and I'm making my own sunshine. I'm stretching, warrior pose. I am rocking the affirmations, kissing that vision board. And this woman, bring that mountain because she's got steel cleats. Devil, you may tremble because trouble just got up. And the other one is, you're kidding me. There's not a chance, it's already morning. Oh, please don't make me. I just want to go back to sleep. Can I have 5 more minutes? But that's when they get a whiff of your self-defeat. The mind goblins. And they love this game. They scramble over and they lean in and they go, you're useless. For anybody who doesn't know what a mind goblin is, it's this sort of flatulent creature that lives in the back of your head that's made a nest out of all of your, I don't know, forgotten dreams and sweat equity failures. And it's found the one that really matters to you, and it's nestled down in there and made it its bed. Oh, mind goblins. This is not a drill for them. They love it. They come in and they poke you and go, you can have perfectionism. That'll keep you stuck. Oh, and you can have comparisonitis. That'll steal your joy. And you can have imposter syndrome, and you can have overwhelm, and you can have overwhelm. Oh, everybody can have overwhelm. And the thing is, they're a very formidable foe. And what we normally have is a grade A meme on Pinterest board that we keep specially for this kind of occasion. Oh yes, that one will do. Be stronger than your excuses. Yes. And you start posting that out on everything. It goes out on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, and you didn't even know you had the app, and you're doing it on TikTok, and then it's on LinkedIn, and then you're like, oh no, not LinkedIn, and you delete it. And that's when it's all over. And the thing about this is, that's just the strength of the story in your head. Imagine the power of your story, your real story, your true story. What we have to do is awaken the legend within. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. So I'm Melanie Gow. This is my Tinder profile. I took one of those courses on how to look 10 years younger, and apparently nobody can resist a smile. I don't actually have a Tinder profile, it's fine. You've heard this, but let me tell you what a legend is. A legend comes from the Latin legenda, things that ought to be read. A legend is a story that demonstrates human values, possesses certain qualities that are true, includes nothing that is impossible, but may embrace miracles. And this is my story. This is me outside my front door with my 2 beautiful sons. Ben was 16 at the time, is on my right, and Harry is on my left. He was 12 at the time when my father died, my marriage broke up, and I lost my second publishing deal. My entire world was torched to the ground. And I needed to walk out of that with a bigger story to tell. So that's exactly what we did. We went for a walk, like any normal family would, except that ours was over the Pyrenees and across Spain for 33 days and 800 kilometers to the Santiago de Compostela. And the bizarre thing about that is that there are 18,000 people who walk that walk every single day. But within 3 weeks of coming back, I was asked to do a talk and put an exhibition of my photographs up. It was in the Age Concern cafe at the back of my town hall, but it actually grew into a national inspirational speaking tour, 178% crowdfunded book, and all of this media. Now, the real question that everybody had on their mind was, how is it that a single mum has been singled out to tell her story from the stage? And it is just that. It's the power of story. And essentially, story is our history, right from that campfire time when we're talking about them around a campfire, where to the hieroglyphics on the pyramids, the Bayeux tapestry, and our modern theatre, which is cinema, which is where I come from. I hustled my way into the grown-up world, in the real world, during the Weinstein era. So, tough crowd. But the best evidence from archaeology and anthropology suggests that the human mind co-evolves with storytelling. So the interesting thing about that for us as business people is people forget facts, but we remember, and much more importantly, repeat stories. And it's the quickest route to the know, like, and trust. And stories heal, inspire, or lead. And lead is how we can get people to transform, by showing them what a future looks like. Now, my story used to be that I was a little tiny potato at the bottom of a sack at the back of a cellar, striving to get to the light at the top, way over there in my, so far south that I was south of the equator's start in life. And by the way, it takes about 1,715 days to walk there if you do it for 24 hours of every single day. So it's a really long way. But what changed for me was on that inspirational speaking tour. I arrived at this little tiny hall in the middle of nowhere at the bottom of England. And it was a full venue. It was a great atmosphere. But at the end of the talk, there was a woman waiting for me outside in a wheelchair. She asked to speak to me, and we wheeled ourselves to the car park, and she told me her story. She was a poet and she loved to speak out loud in the fields, and she'd built her own kitchen from her wheelchair. And then she said to me, "I want what you've got." And I thought, it's not legs, because she doesn't want to do this walk that I've done. What does she mean? And I spent time with her, and I realised what she wanted was to matter. And that's all any of us want to do, is for our story to matter. And one day you will tell your story of how you overcame your challenge, and it will be somebody else's survival guide. And that's really our role in life, is to find that true story and to speak it out boldly and get visible, because your story does matter, but you have to make your story matter. And the trick is that when you make your story matter, you will actually be able to build assets with it. So I connect people to their true story, and then help them to tell that little potato story with wings, to grow those wings. And with those, you can then build all of these assets. My specialty is turning your story into a signature speech from the stage, but you've got a book, you've got your signature content, you've got a methodology, you've got masterclasses, you've got programs, and all of that can be grown from your story. This is my favourite quote. One definition of hell is that on your last day on earth, the person you became will meet the person you could have become. So let's try and get those two really together and awaken the legend within. Thank you for spending your time with me today.